Hello everyone, my name is Jillian Moss and the theme that I will be exploring today is politics and art. Everyone has a different view on politics. So when it comes to politics and art, there are numerous ways that artists can show or represent their opinions and styles. Whether that be through depicting an event that happened, making a mockery or revolting against government, or simply just raising awareness for something that has happened within politics. As defined by Google, politics is the activities associated with the governance of a country or other area, especially the debate or conflict among individuals or parties having or hoping to achieve power. Furthermore, within politics and art is identity politics. We've explored the theme of identity a lot this semester, and it also relates to the theme of politics. As stated by our textbook, identity politics is a term used to refer to the beliefs and activities of those who target racism, sexism, homophobia, or other forms of prejudice and work for social rights and economic parity. Some political art was created to show the viciousness and cruelty of various events that have taken place in history, including wars and appropriation. One piece of political art that depicts war or the aftermath of war is The Revolt of Cairo, created in 1810 by Anne-Louise Giraudet. It is depicting the citizens of Cairo as they revolt against the French in 1798. However, they were unsuccessful in their attempt. On the other hand, some political art isn't made to depict a certain event in history, but to revolt, protest, or mock government in their ways. Like the painting Exposed or Ready for a Fight by Barry Blitt, or in the street art entitled Rage the Flower Thrower, created by Banksy in 2005. Rage the Flower Thrower shows a man in classic riot gear, including a hat, bandana over his face, anger in his eyes, dark clothing, and a stance as if he's about to throw a grenade. However, instead of a grenade in the man's throwing arm, it is a bouquet of flowers, which is the only piece within the art that is shown in color. By doing this, Banksy is promoting peace instead of war. Politics in art was manifested through the recognition that artwork shapes social consciousness and hence transforms society. This is according to the International Journal for History, Culture, and Modernity. So, considering that politics has been around for quite some time now, it is no surprise that artists started to incorporate politics in their art a while ago. One major artist that incorporated politics into their art before 1980 was Pablo Picasso, in his oil-on-canvas painting, Guernica, made in 1937. This painting is very large in size and power. This painting was originally created out of inspiration from photographs of the German aerial bombing of Guernica on Monday, April 27, 1937. This piece was made to symbolize war and the chaos that comes with it. Another very influential artist that used politics in her art was Barbara Kruger. She created numerous artworks that had to do with politics, including, but not limited to, Untitled Your Body is a Battleground, created in 1989 on photographic silkscreen on vinyl. Kruger created this artwork using text and an image together for the Women's March on Washington that was in support of reproductive freedom. The piece is split in half by using positive and negative exposures, then is layered with text that reads, Your body is a battleground. This artwork sends a strong message for women and their rights. Another artist that used politics in their art was Andy Warhol, in his screen print and acrylic paint on canvas, Electric Chair, created in 1964. This screen print is part of Warhol's Death and Disaster series, which he started in 1962. This piece reflects the political controversy that surrounds the death penalty that we have here in America. In addition, since the chair is empty, it is almost as if he is waiting for the next victim of death. One sub-theme within political art is that some political art is made to bring attention to an issue. For instance, historically, there hasn't been much art including or about African Americans. One artist that has addressed and challenged this issue is Kerry James Marshall, in the acrylic and collage on unstretched canvas, Better Homes, Better Gardens, made in 1994. Marshall's work comes from his knowledge of Black folk art history, and personal experience with him being an African American male born in Birmingham, Alabama. His pieces are made to bring attention to the African American community, which brings me to my next sub-theme. Another sub-theme within political art is that political art builds community. This sub-theme can be seen in the work of Catherine Opie in her color portraits created around 1994 of her friends. The people featured in these photos are people that are not typically accepted in society and in politics. Through these portraits, it creates a safe community where people can be their unique selves, where typically they may not be accepted elsewhere or in politics. Political art, and art in general, can bring people together on a surface level and a deeper level. Art can bring people together in galleries, discussions, and events, as well as bring people together in their beliefs that they may share. Finally, last but not least, is the sub-theme of language. When it comes to language and politics and art, language is a powerful tool to influence viewers' perceptions. Typically in art, the language used tends to be blunt and distinct. One artist that used language in his art to grab the audience's attention and connect to society and its relevant issues is Ben Rubin in his LED tube fixtures artwork, Language of Diplomacy. Rubin uses politics as well as language to explore more contemporary issues. He does this through using technology, which relates to the issue of national security. One connection that can be made between politics and art and another discipline outside of art and design is racism. This is a problem that has been occurring in our society for many, many years now, dating back to when slavery was still happening. This theme can be seen in the art world and in the world outside of art. One artwork that touches on this is the oil on canvas Prince Tommaso Francesco of Savoy Carignano, created by Kendi Wiley in 2006. This painting illustrates the power and the control of the white authority figure through the recast of contemporary African men as characters from European Old Master portraits. As stated by the textbook, Wiley insertions of black men into the world of aristocratic portraiture serve to unmask the Eurocentrism and class privilege that create a visual history of the white, wealthy, and powerful and exclude people of color. To recap, politics can be seen in a significant amount of artworks, including today's artworks and dating back to a considerable amount of years. Artists can explore, showcase, and represent their political identity from their own point of view through their different styles. There are multiple sub-themes that can be explored within political art as well. All in all, political art as a whole is a fantastic outlet for artists to showcase their opinions, beliefs, or simply to just reiterate an event that happened in history.